All right, we're gonna call the meeting to order. Let's recite the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Right, so first order of business is approval of September's meeting minutes.
I make a motion to accept the minutes.
Any questions or discussion?
No.
All right, all in favor? Aye. All right, motion carries. Department reports and projects, water and sewer departments.
Okay, in the water department, we've got 1 meter left to put in. The 4-inch meter was installed at Cartwright Company last week. And also the 3/4-inch meter for the office was also installed. We had somebody come down to do the one at the fire station, but we could not put that in because the valve outside would not shut off. While the guys were here doing Cartwrights, I had them repair the valve up front so we can now get that last meter put in. So that's about it for that. On the wastewater side, Jenny, you had asked about the squealing, and that was no problem.
Okay, cool.
I think it was just from the weather.
Okay, good.
Let's see, on the wastewater side, as you may see on the report, there's as you may recall, we had a pump go out from the lift station. Fortunately, it was just a minor repair on a broken good brown wire. It's been repaired and put back into place, so we now have both pumps operating, but they are still repairing the backup pump. So, hopefully we'll get that back soon and we'll also have the backup. I'm going to try to repair the packing and the activated sludge pump so that it doesn't leak anymore. And I used to pack the old pumps and I assume these are probably the same. So hopefully I can do that myself at no cost because we've got the packing there. And as you can also see, the disinfection season ends at the end of the month, so the UV system will be made inoperable and put away for the season. That's about it.
All right, great. Street department.
Yeah, street department, as I think you guys know, we now have two trucks, not new trucks, but they're 2 trucks, a 2012 F450 dump truck with a plow, and a 2016 F350 pickup with a plow and a salt spreader. They are now operable and as used. Any other things?
Not yet. I just got another new title in. I have like a stack of things going in, so to register them.
Do we transfer things, or how does that work?
We can transfer them, but, or they'll get us the new ones.
Cost-wise, is there,
No,
there's no cost?
no, because it's municipal. So I just got the new, when I got everything completed with all the paperwork, because out of Illinois, you gotta have the VIN checks run, and so when I had Bob sign off all the papers, then the next day FedEx came in with the other title. So just take everything all at once.
Okay, I mean, we've got temporary tags on the other ones.
Right, yeah.
The guys have started kind of stripping the old trucks, taking the salt spreader out of the old Army truck, that kind of thing, so that we can put those up for auction. And as soon as we get all of those done, I suspect we'll try to advertise that as much as we can to get as many people
Do you have a plan of when? People have already asked. Do you know what minimum bids are gonna be? Is there,
Yeah, I'm not sure, I'm gonna have to look up like blue book values, things like that. I know several people that are interested in some of them already,
okay,
so, as far as, minimum bids, I don't know, I'm just gonna,
it'd be nice to be able to put it in the newsletter, is why I'm saying.
true, I'd like to get it even well beyond the newsletter,
Well-
possibly papers or something.
Right. Well, the newsletter is gonna be going out in like 3 days.
Oh,
So if there's any way I can get at least information and minimum bids, and then as far as other stuff, pictures and things like that, we could do that on the Facebook page on social media.
okay,
So,
So maybe in the newsletter, just check out the town of Schneider page
for pictures, or they can come see it, or even, but if I can just get like, information on the vehicle, whatever the lowest bid is, and then I assume you guys would do bid opening if you wanted to do it in the November meeting, or if you wanted to wait till the December meeting, whatever.
probably be nice to do it in November,
Mhm.
especially with the plows.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, I'll, at the very least, I'll get you all the information as far as make year and models and get that in the newsletter.
Perfect.
Okay, I'll see if I can get it tomorrow.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
I think that's pretty much all that's new on the street department.
Police department. So Bob is on vacation right now, so Jake is here. I've spoken with Jake, both Jake and Bob, and so Deputy Dyer Keon, probably mispronouncing that, and Deputy Kadish are both. One is suspended, and the other one will soon no longer be with us. That we're bringing things to an end, so both of those hadn't been working out. So if you have any questions, he could, but I don't know if we need to get into the details. Any other information you want to update?
The new radar that was supposed to come in last month did come in. It's operable. And then I got sent downstate to the State Department of Toxicology and got certified for breath test operation for DUIs.
I just have a question. When somebody is suspended, do we ever get notified of that ahead? I mean, like.
You can, but it's normally internal. And then once termination happens, you get
I mean,
notified.
okay. I mean, we've had people come and go, and I never know.
Yeah, no one's been fired in 18. This is the first one. The rest of them have all quit of their own accord or gone to different departments and turned in their resignations.
Okay. I just didn't know that I've ever seen anything that said, this person is no longer with us. I thought maybe you had to have something in writing saying
Yeah, they resign usually to the police department, and we put out that in their employee file.
okay.
Yeah, so we haven't gone through this before, but I spoke with Bob. He said, as soon as you can, let us know
Right,
if we're
because
temporarily suspending someone or.
I've seen 0 miles, and have said, hey, what's happening here? I don't know. It'd just be kind of nice to know, hey, well,
Yeah,
they left.
so that's what's going on with those.
Okay.
Any other questions? All right, fire department report. So I reached out to the fire department and asked, so we had to renew the contract under the current existing terms. I haven't heard back from them, so I will reach out again. I think it was a few weeks ago. EMS calls. Oh, and they said they've sold the Mac tanker. Did you guys figure out the title with that?
No, that's one of the ones I'm taking to the BMV,
Okay.
but it's gonna be a situation.
Right.
It has
So
been.
we haven't yet transferred it.
It's not going to get transferred,
Yeah. Okay.
but no.
Yeah. Quick treasurer report. So we received that at the work session. Seen a motion to accept the clerk treasurer's report.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, any questions or discussion? Okay, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay, motion carries.
I was wondering if you guys wanted to know a little bit of information while I was at school, some of the stuff I learned.
Okay.
The one thing that is going to be a big, huge change, and probably not for the positive, is the new Senate Enrolled Act that was passed. How that's going to affect us is they're wiping out a general tax. I just mean general because general terms, government purpose tax. That's probably what we compare our seated fund to, because that is a local option income tax, as well as the public safety. Now, right now, our public safety income tax can be used for our fire department, police department, and like streets, anything that protects the public. That public safety tax is going to change to fire and EMS only. Now, this is going to happen in 2027, and they're wiping it out. Now, you have to, in order to get it, you have to petition the county to it by resolution. So we have to ask Lake County if we can have it. And we can only have it in certain ways. We can 1.2 for government services and 0.6 for public safety.
What is it, 1.2 what?
For 1.2% tax given to us if that's what we adopt for government purposes.
Are you talking about seeded?
That's why I said if you want to compare it to it, they're going to
Okay.
call it something else.
Okay.
And then cage it, what we have for public safety now, whatever they decide that they're going to call it then, is going to be a 0.6.
But instead of automatically getting, we have to ask for it.
We had to ask for it when it was first implied. I mean, but we don't have to keep occurring, but now they're wiping that out. All municipalities in the state under 3,500 population have to request this from the county. Now, here's the kicker. The county can say, sure, we'll give this to you, but the county can decide that once it's allocated to us, they can decide if they want to keep 75% of that and only give us 25. It's also based on, the revenue is based on population, how it's dispersed, and when it comes to fire and EMS, not only population, but the community it serves. So if hopefully the fire department can gain some more ground, because or else they're really going to get affected with any tax revenue that they're going to be getting. Now, the only thing I'm hoping and praying, listening to most of that stuff, I know it doesn't make too much sense to you guys, but being in Lake County, I went through and wrote down all the municipalities. The only thing that shares that under 3,500 is us in New Chicago. Cherville, Lowell, all these other, they do not have to go to county. They're going to get it automatically. They still have to turn in a percentage of the population, whatever it's capped to. I'm sorry, percentage of the increment, whatever, up to whatever it's capped to. But they don't have to request it. They can get it, whatever they want. But so the
Why this is?
why? Just part of that wonderful new law.
Is this the Senate Bill 1 that was
SEA
already
1,
passed
yes.
last year? This is
Yes.
more of that phase.
And this is gonna, this will happen. This will happen, part of it, this will happen in 2027. They're gonna wipe out what we're getting, and then we have to go request. And townships, this doesn't affect townships, and nothing over the 3,500. So with the numbers that I'm coming up with, everything that is not a municipal, there's only 42,000 people. So if that increment gets broken up with us only being 2 towns, we might do okay. We might be about even with what's being taken out. So I have some meetings set up to talk to some more people about how exactly we can be affected by this, but that leaves out using KJIT we have a 10% of Bob's salary. We offset the general fund to use for that. We won't be able to do that anymore. I mean, even if we do get public safety back, it's only be used for fire and EMS. So we won't be able to use that for certain things for the street department either. So it's going to affect us negatively. How we bounce back from it, hopefully, can be a positive thing.
So it's starting in 2027?
Yep. So we have to start preparing. I guess I'll have to start preparing how that is going to affect us financially.
Well, as you learn more, just keep us up to date if you would.
Okay. Next is building department. So 3 building permits issued, 1 contractor's license. So then recycle report, do we have that? So 1,000? Don't think we have it.
No, I didn't get it.
The building manager, do you have anything?
No, I think the photos are coming now.
Okay. All right, so board report, solid waste district.
I don't know.
All right, Northwest Indiana Regional Planning Commission.
We did not have one this month.
Tri Creek Ambulance, there was a meeting, I was out of town. Homeland Security. Do you know if there was any meeting?
I don't think there was.
Okay. And then, I believe, was there any zoning board meeting? Okay. All right, old business. We have budget adoption for 2026, which is ordinance 2025-03. How do we, anything particular, is this a public hearing?
Our public hearing was last month, so this is the adoption.
Okay. We just need a motion to adopt the budget?
Yep.
And that's it? Okay.
I'll make that motion.
All right, any questions or discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion carries. You were for?
Yes.
Okay. Then we have old business payment for ambulance board. I'm not sure there's anything we need to do here.
No, but since you had it on the agenda
Yeah.
last month, I had to table it, so.
Okay. I mean, the table is kicking a motion forward. We just decided we were gonna need to meet with the trustees, which hasn't happened yet, so I think we can bring it back here after we meet with them if we need.
Okay. So take it off the agenda until,
Yeah,
okay.
unless you guys, do you have anything on that you wanna talk about now? Or just
No,
wait
not
till
really.
Okay,
Be interesting to talk about.
yeah. The new business, resolution 2025-04. So this is moving money from the general fund into the water operating fund, I believe. Yeah, for fire hydrants. The town paying the water fund for providing hydrants, so $6,900.
Make a motion to accept that resolution 25-04.
Are there any questions or discussion? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, so we have open forum, but I assume you guys wanted to speak. Are you here for the open forum? Okay, are you here to talk about my,
We're here to talk about your resignation first.
okay, that's interesting. So the issue with the permit, I believe, I mean, you guys came a couple months ago.
I put in a request to get some information, and we have some things to share with the folks.
So let me, I believe that I'm gonna recuse myself from the topic of the building permit for my house. I think it would be inappropriate for me to be voting on that or influencing it from the town, since it affects, my house, or it is my house. And I think I told you guys this when we spoke the other day. I'm going to put in a drainage system to prevent any water from crossing the property line. But that's me personally saying that. So I think that's,
Me and Rich and Axel have to find somewhere else to live. We can't live in that house. The doctors told us we can't live in that house. Me and Rich and Axel have to go rent somewhere until our house is fixed and there's no mold underneath it from when it flooded all the way up to our damn floorboards. I don't get to live with my family. I just get me and my kids in a one-bedroom apartment until our house is livable for me and them again. We have bags of medicine this high because it rained twice in 2 weeks. I'm covered in hives. They burn all the way down to the meat in my muscles. I can't live in that house, so me and my kids have to move out. We're gonna have to transport it back and forth every morning. Chad's gotta live there alone, disabled with a heart condition. And me and our kids have to move out until everything's cleaned up under there. It wasn't like that when we bought the house. And 4 foot of dirt got piled up next to my house, and now our yard is a gully, and it fills up every time it rains. And I get sick. You can hear it. I scratch myself out with my skin. If they get on my face, he's got to give me an epinephrine shot and stay awake until I wake back up. Because I react differently to epinephrine and knocks me out cold. And I'm a diabetic exhaustion I'm suffering from, and our kids are suffering from since 2018. When was your house built? 2017.
Well, like I said, you need to step down, Pam. There's gonna be litigation on this, and possibly even charges.
In Indiana, a town council member can be removed from office for illegally building a house if the offense is serious enough to be considered a misdemeanor in office, neglect of official duties, or leads to a felony conviction. The specific process and outcome would depend on the legal details of the building violation and actions of the court.
There's more. You don't remember the other one? We got
Unsafe building or code violations, illegal construction that creates an unsafe building is a code violation with its own set of penalties. Lake County Code states that the unsafe building department can pursue civil action and enforce fines, and the violation may also be treated as a criminal misdemeanor by town authorities. A council member could face these fines and legal action in addition to any proceedings in that proceedings to remove them from office. And then, like, that's what I found on the fly. I haven't researched deeper. I don't suck at paperwork, but I can keep digging. We're gonna have to go farther because everything we own is washed out. A house doesn't just drop 3.5 inches after it's been there for 100 years. And he did everything to prevent that. The whole second story half started falling. When you put 4 feet of dirt on what used to be level all the way to the street, everything we own is getting washed away. And I'm sick, and me and our kids have to move out of our house. I'm telling you, it's sick.
I don't know what to say. I mean, we just went through all that with our zoning guy, or not our zoning guy.
the DNR guy. We've talked to
Yeah.
him.
I've already sent them information and photographs, and I received an email back from, I can't think of, Scott maybe, and when he spoke with Doug said that they will continue to,
The state's involved.
I've got it in my email, I gotta dig it out, but they're gonna continue to,
So I mean, from right now,
They're researching it.
Yeah.
So there's
I mean,
clearly
Korean,
laws
it
have been
doesn't-
broken.
it doesn't help anything for you. I had the same problem with my neighbor who built his house up so high. Now, when it rains, I'm flooded out in the front yard. My house luckily has got a good sized foundation, so it doesn't affect my floors, but I mean, I don't know what the answer is. We'll have to go and, because we still deal with it when it gets heavy rain. Like I said, my house isn't really affected by it because of the.
no, it floods all the way up to our floorboards.
Yeah.
Not just the joists, but
But I
the
have-
boards, and now there's mold under there that wasn't under there when he went under there and dug out and put
I put a
beams
sub-
in, and he put a sub pump in. There's underneath the wood in our floor that's there now, and it wasn't there when he first did everything.
But I did everything for nothing.
All that work is literally being washed into a gully. And I'm sick. Ridge and Axel are sick. Ridge went in and still couldn't go back to school today. He had to go back to the doctor and get put on another week of steroids and more antibiotics and more allergy pills and more inhalers and more supplemental inhalers. And this was all stuff that we didn't deal with in the beginning.
Our kids were healthy, had no problem.
Well,
Till I put this house in.
you say you had the DNR looking into this.
We've talked.
Then we spoke with them, we don't know if it's gonna take 6 days, 6 weeks, or 6 years. But until something's done, my family has to split up and me and my kids have to go stay somewhere that doesn't make us sick.
Who is it that you're dealing with there?
Through the DNR,
Yeah.
it's Scott and then Doug, of course. Sorry, I gotta go into my Gmail, I apologize. Scott Dean, and then, I'm so sorry,
She's never had to do this shit.
one you asked me about, and I sent you a,
Yeah, and he's the one that
it was. the
got
guy
it
that
moving
was-
forward. Doug Wagner and Scott Dean
Oh, Doug White.
are the two gentlemen that we've spoke with on the phone and through email.
Okay, well, if you,
And we were told that they'll follow up with the information and that Scott was told by Doug that they are going to continue looking into it.
okay, well, if you find out anything that we don't know, please keep us apprised, and we'll do the same.
All right, thank you.
Do you know when we'll get our information on the
I'll get it,
building stuff?
yes.
That we're supposed to have?
yes, I'll have it sometime this week for sure. Cause I was gone all last week out of
Yeah,
town.
I told him that.
Yeah, so I will definitely, there's a lot of boxes back there.
Yeah, but
Yeah. But I'll get it and you will have it this week.
thank you.
Can I ask a couple questions?
Mm-hmm.
Just informational. Do you have do you know what state code or municipal ordinance was broken? Do you have?
We're not.
Not yet, that's
Okay,
what
yeah,
we're
yeah.
continuing.
And that's
larger
why we
and
want you to
finding
step
everything.
down, we don't want you messing with any of the damn paperwork.
And then the thing you read before about was, were you reading from an Indiana state code?
Yes, and Chad's like, I want to have David removed from the town council because that's not somebody I want representing my town. If they did that to us and I was next door and said, hey, you're gonna flood my house out, please don't do this. And Chad got eyes rolled at him and treated like he was a buffoon. And him and my uncle are standing there looking at it with 70 years combined experience in construction in Indiana and Illinois, all the way from residential to industrial. These are men that can build you an outhouse, build you a castle, dig a moat around it, and then build the bridge to cross it. Because that's all they did their whole lives. And he's saying, please don't flood my house out, and he's treated like an idiot. That's what happened on the property line when we saw that ground getting piled up around your 4-foot crawl space that you built to avoid having to pay floodplain insurance.
No, I pay flood insurance.
I thought that's why you built a 4-foot crawl space. That's what you told us in 2017 when you were building your house.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have to pay flood insurance if I did the paperwork, but I'm still paying for flood insurance.
So you built a 4-foot crawl space
That's
to
just
flood
not-
us out
that's
and didn't
cheap.
do the paperwork
Cheaper.
to follow up?
Cheaper.
No, I'm still paying the full price as if I wasn't out of the floodplain.
Well, it kind of looks like there might be possible criminal charges, so I think you need to step down completely.
Like, we can't come back from this. Everything we had was in that house and it was gonna be okay.
We're going to go
And
forever.
now it's washing out and the drywall in between the 1-story and the 2-stories got cracks in it that weren't there. It's falling. Since 2020, it's down 3.5 inches on that side. And the best damn carpenter I've known in my life is the one that fixed it for good, and it was fine. There was nothing wrong.
Well, again, just keep us up to date on anything that you guys learn, and we'll do the same too.
Are you guys gonna have a vote?
It's not that easy.
So it'll be brought up next week to vote on, but not, they're gonna, because they have to be voted out if he doesn't resign on his own. And seeing how there's gonna be litigation over this, it's best that he steps down.
Well, I think it's something that we
It'd be better for the town.
will have to discuss and then we can get back to that. I mean, let us know what else you find out. And I'm sure Dave will probably look in, maybe we'll look into,
I still don't know who the contractor is. Are they bonded? Are they insured? Who's the contractor?
There was Faith Homes was the contractor that provided the house.
Yeah, but that had nothing
And
to do
then-
with the land.
Yeah, we self-generaled it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. You ready to go, Mike?
It's just not my kind of conflict.
You need to step down.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
If you don't, it's gonna be hard on the
Walk
town.
out the fucking door, Chad.
Well, that's what's gonna affect the town.
Anybody have anything else?